Hey, can you hear me? Hello? Wake up, human, wake up. Ah, there you are. You had me worried there for a minute. Oh, hey, what are you doing? Don't get up so quickly. Your body's probably still pretty weak, so you're gonna trip. Are you okay? What am I? Silly human. I thought that'd be kind of obvious. Can't you tell by the tail and the ears? I'm a kitsune. Am I going to eat you? Is that what you humans think that my kind do? You really are silly. No, I am not going to eat you, nor do I have any desire to kill you whatsoever either. If I was, I would have just left you out there in the snow to freeze instead of carrying you to this cabin and warming you up. Trust me, had I wanted to do you any harm, I would have done it while you were unconscious. Now, would you please rejoin me down here by the fire, human? You're still recovering from being out in the snow so long, and if you're not careful, it'll feel like pins and needles all over once the numbness completely wears off if you rush it. It's nice and warm. Much better, see? I've been trying to warm you up as much as I could since I first brought you here. There aren't any blankets, so I made a fire instead and have been warming you up with my body heat. Body heat. Is something the matter? What do I mean? You sure do ask a lot of questions, human. You know, hugging you and stuff. I had to take off my jubon and my hayori to do it, but body heat is always the best option for staving off the cold. Why are you so red? There's no way you could have gotten a fever, have you? Wait, you're embarrassed, aren't you? Sorry, but what's done is done. Besides, it's not like I took any of your clothes off or anything. Just your coat, because it was covered in snow and I didn't want you to get all wet once it melted. By the way, human, how do you feel? You were unconscious lying face first in the snow when I found you. I thought humans like to stick together, so what were you doing out there all alone? You were traveling back home to see your family for the holidays when you got trapped in the blizzard? What's so funny? Well, doesn't it just seem a little silly to you? Your human holidays are all about spending time together, but because you were in such a hurry, you got caught in the blizzard. If I hadn't stumbled across you out there, your family would have had to spend the holidays without you. Doesn't that seem a little silly to you? At least a little ironic. Lucky you that I got my hands on you before the Grim Reaper could. What was I doing out there? Well, I was actually looking for shelter myself when I spotted something lumpy in the snow. That's when I found you. I thought you were dead, honestly, and I was going to raid your travel pack for food, but when I saw that you were still breathing, I decided that I was going to save you. Luckily, this cabin wasn't too far away from where you were. Is this my cabin? Oh no, this cabin's been abandoned for a long time. I'm a wanderer, so I don't really have a home of my own, but I come here from time to time when the weather gets bad. That's how I knew to take you here. Speaking of the weather, it's pretty bad out there. I hope you weren't planning on walking any further because it looks like we're stuck here tonight. Hey, you're wiggling your toes. Does that mean you can feel them again? That's good. That means that the fire is doing its job. Would you like me to cuddle you again too? Suit yourself. Am I cold? Not really. A kitsune's body temperature regulates itself faster than a human's. Plus, my fur is really warm, so if I'm ever cold, I just hold my tail and I feel much better. You need the spot next to the fire much more than I do, so don't worry about me. I'm happy just sitting beside you like this. Hey, human, what's your name? I realized that I never asked you for it. That's a pretty name. My name is Kaguya Matsuri. Aw, thanks. In my language, Kaguya means brilliant moon, but it can also be read as radiant moon or night, and Matsuri means festival. So together, my name translates to Moon Festival. My mother chose it for me. You're too sweet, human. I like your name too. What about my mother? Will I visit her for the holidays like you're doing with your family? You don't know much about kitsunes, do you, human? Humans like to be around each other. They clump together for protection, to procreate, and to stave off loneliness. And in the process, they build vast villages and towns. But kitsunes aren't like that. My kind are a solitary race, and the majority of us are wanderers. I think the last time I saw my mother was well over a couple dozen years ago. Do I find it lonely? Well, sometimes yes, but in my travels I get to see many beautiful places. I sleep under the stars every night, and I follow where the wind takes me. Kitsune are fickle by nature, so even if my mother and I sought each other out, we'd grow restless and leave each other again sooner or later. Your apology isn't necessary, but I'll accept it anyway, silly human. In truth, I've been moving around so much that you're the first person I've spoken to in weeks. For what it's worth, I'm enjoying your company quite a bit, actually. And the way you blush is funny. No, not really. Humans don't often let me get this close to them. Kitsunes are a mischievous race, but some take it too far, and it only takes a few bad apples to ruin the bunch, as your kind say. It's led to the belief that kitsune bring bad luck and take joy in cursing humans, even though some humans worship us as gods, leaving offerings for ancient kitsune at woodland shrines. What do I think? Well, if you're asking whether I hate humans or not, I don't. In fact, I find your kind to be pretty amusing. Your people are fun to watch. The way you toil and fret over the little things in life like money or material possessions, and the way you fight so adamantly over the slightest differences one day, but laugh and dance and play with each other so carelessly the next. Humans always persevere no matter what the gods throw at them, and I think that's pretty amazing. I'd be lying if I said humans didn't scare me a little bit, though. You frighten so easily, are quick to anger, and are sometimes eager to place blame. But I know that humans aren't all bad. You're certainly not, anyway. Trust me, I can tell. I've met enough humans in my long life to be able to spot the signs. How old am I? Guess. Please, kitsune at that age are still babies. Try higher. Nope. Give up? I am 166 years old. Honest. That's not even that old, though. I've heard of kitsune before who are ancient and have lived over 1,000 years. Well, as kitsune gather magical power, they grow more tails. The ones who have 9 are closer to being gods than regular kitsune and reach a state of divinity. Those are the ones that are worshipped at shrines and stuff. Me? Oh, I only have 1 tail, so I don't have any powers. To be honest, I don't really want to live to be that old either. You can only travel to so many places, and living that long seems awfully boring, doesn't it? In my opinion, life is so amazing because our time is limited. It forces us to appreciate what we have and pushes us forward, you know? Sorry. I just realized I've been chatting your ear off this entire time. It's been a while since I've done this sort of thing. Well, not this sort of thing specifically. Being stuck in an abandoned cabin by a blizzard with a half-frozen human is a bit of a first for me. By the way, are you feeling okay? I noticed you moving your arms again. Do you hurt anywhere? Good. The fire feels nice even from here. Sorry you have to lay on the floor. It's not the comfiest rug in the world, but I wanted you to be close to the fireplace. Plus, I doubt that bed frame is stable anymore. Me? Oh, I don't mind. I'm used to sleeping on the floor, though it's usually in grass. Human, can I ask you a question? What are the holidays like? I know that you decorate pine trees with candles and ribbon and colorful baubles, and some of you light this big candle thingy and worship a star. But what is it all for? Really? That sounds complicated. Oh, I see. But why work so hard to give each other presents on this one day when you could give each other things on any other day of the year? I guess so. I don't really get all of that, but it does sound kind of fun, especially the part about the cake with the bits of fruit in it and the cookies. Is your family big? I see. I have some siblings, but I don't really know how many, and I've only met one of them. Do you and your family get along then? That does sound a little hectic, but not really in a bad way. I guess it just comes with the territory, huh? A little bit. I think I'm going to lay down next to you. This rug is actually quite cozy to me. Plus the fire feels so nice. Are you warm enough? Do you need me to stoke the fire or anything? Okay, but just let me know if you change your mind. Why am I doing all this? Well, why not? No, I have no ulterior motive. I don't need a reason to do something nice for somebody. Plus, you don't seem like a bad person or anything. Are you eyeing my tail? It's okay, you can be honest. It really is very fluffy. Do you want to touch it? It's okay, really. I bet it'd make your hands feel really warm. Okay, here. It's okay. Go ahead. There. See? What did I tell you? It really is soft, huh? No, I'm fine. It's just a little ticklish is all. Okay. I think that's enough of that. My ears? You want to touch my ears? Okay. But they're sensitive, so be gentle. I know they're soft. Are you happy now? I think it's been long enough. Jeez, you were so reluctant to touch my tail, but you can't keep your hands off my ears. Well, the sun went down quite a while ago. You'll have an early day tomorrow if you want to make it to your family in time, so we should probably try to get some sleep. Would it be okay if I held you? No, I'm not trying to put any moves on you or whatever you call it. The fire should last us the night, but I can't be sure. And if it dies, I don't want you to refreeze in the middle of the night. We need to huddle close to stay warm. Really? You had your hands all over my tail and my ears a moment ago, and you're worried about me being handsy? All right, come here. See? Isn't that better? Can I tell you something, human? Out of all the humans I've met in my life, you're definitely my favorite. Good night. And what is it that your kind say? Merry Christmas, human.